My dad hadn't spoken to me in years, but today, out of nowhere, he finally did, and what he said left me stunned. My name is Olivia Hayes, and if you told me a year ago that my dad would ever speak to me again, I would have laughed bitterly. We hadn't spoken in years, not since the fight that ripped our family apart. He'd always been stubborn, the kind of man who believed apologies were weakness. When I left home at 19 after one too many screaming matches, he didn't try to stop me. He didn't call, didn't write, didn't ask how I was doing. For over a decade, the silence between us was deafening. Life moved forward. I built a career in graphic design, got engaged, bought a little house in Denver. But even in the middle of joy, there was always that hollow space where my dad should have been. Every birthday, every holiday, I'd wonder if he thought of me. When friends shared stories about their fathers walking them down the aisle or calling just to check in, I'd nod and smile, but inside it burned. Then today happened. I was walking out of the grocery store, juggling a bag of oranges, when I heard a voice I hadn't heard in years. Olivia. It was gravelly, older, but unmistakable. My stomach dropped. I turned, and there he was, Thomas Hayes, my dad, standing by the cart returned with hesitant eyes. He looked smaller somehow, grayer, like life had worn him down. I froze. 1,000 responses ran through my head, from anger to tears. Before I could choose one, he spoke again. I was wrong. 3 words. That was it. But they hit harder than any lecture, any argument, any silence ever had. For years I dreamed of what he might say if we ever spoke again. I imagined excuses, maybe blame, or maybe nothing at all. I never imagined him owning his mistakes. My throat tightened, and I managed to whisper, Dad? Like I was still that 19-year-old girl waiting for him to care. He explained in halting sentences that he'd been stubborn, that pride had kept him away, that he thought if he stayed silent long enough, I'd eventually come back on my own. But instead, he lost years with his daughter. He said he saw my engagement announcement on Facebook, through a cousin's page, and realized he didn't want to miss his chance to walk me down the aisle if I'd let him. I didn't answer right away. Part of me wanted to scream. You don't get to show up now. Another part of me just wanted to collapse into his arms and erase the years apart. What I did was nod, slow and cautious. We'll see, I said. And for the first time, he didn't argue. He just nodded back, as if he knew trust would take time. Walking away, I felt stunned, not because of what he said, but because I finally realized how much I'd wanted to hear it. Sometimes 3 words can crack open a door you thought was sealed forever. Full story added in below.